Hi guys, this is Mr. Urrego. Right now I'm going to show you how to divide using long division, polynomial long division. So the first thing that I do is to check if there's anything missing on my polynomials. So first of all, I have x minus 4. There's nothing missing in that polynomial. And then I got to check the dividend, which is here on the inside. So I start with my highest exponent. I have x cubed. After x cubed, you should have x squared. After x squared, you should have an x. You notice we don't have an x right now. We don't have an x term. So because of that, I'm going to fill out the space with the 0x. So let's go back. We have x cubed, x squared, x, and we should have also a constant. So right now the only thing that we're missing was 0x, the x term, so I need to rewrite the whole thing again with the 0x. So I'm going to have x minus 4, and on the inside I'm going to have 2x cubed, 10x squared, plus the missing term, 0x minus 16, okay? So let's fix this, the whole thing. Let's erase here, we don't need this right now. Now we just rewrote the whole thing, and let's write this number again because that's an ugly 10 and 10, okay? So again, we figured out that the 0x was missing, that the x term was missing. Now we put it in there. Now we just start dividing. How do we divide this thing? We take the first term divided by the first term. So now let's forget about this. This is gone already. Now I don't need it. Now my first step to divide is I take my first term divided by my first term. So that means 2x cubed divided by x. So I'm going to write 2x cubed divided by x. My answer is 2 divided by 1 is 2. X cubed divided by x, remember you should have a 1 right there. So you subtract the exponent. So x cubed divided by x to the first is x to the second. My answer goes here on the top. Okay? 2x squared. So my first term is divide the first term by the first term. Next, second step. Second step is you multiply back. Now you take that 2x squared and you multiply times the x and times the negative 4. One step at a time. So first, 2x squared times x is going to give you 2x cubed. 2x times negative 4 is going to give you negative 8x squared. If you notice, I put x cubed under x cubed, x squared under x squared. Make sure you keep that order all the time. Okay? Now, I need to subtract. So I'm going to put a line. I'm going to make a line over here with a different color. Okay? And I need to subtract. So I'm going to put a parenthesis and a minus on front of that. So I'll put a parenthesis to my terms and a minus in front. Why? Because that negative is going to affect the first term and the second term. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, 2x cubed. Oh my God. I'm sorry, I apologize for that. There you go. So, the first term, 2x cubed minus 2x cubed minus 2x cubed, cancel out. There you go. 2x cubed minus 2x cubed, cancel out. Next, 10x squared minus, I'm doing this, 10x squared minus negative 8. Again, 10 minus negative 8. These two negatives turn into a positive. So 10x squared minus negative 8 means 18. So you're going to have 18x squared. I'm done subtracting, then I need to bring the next term down. So I come and then bring the 0x down, plus 0x. Something that to keep in mind is plus 0x. Something to keep in mind is I need to have as many terms here that I have on my divisor. So my divisor, I have the x and I have the 4. So I have two terms. That means here I need to have 1 and 2 terms. So by bringing down the 0x, I'm having 2 terms right there. All right, same number of terms. Now I start over again, same process. My first term divided by my first term. 18x squared divided by x is going to give you 18x, and that number goes on the top, plus 18x. Now we got to multiply back, the same thing that we did before. So 18x times x, 18x squared. 18x times negative 4, that's going to give you 3672. That's going to give you negative 72x. Make the line, put a parenthesis, and a minus outside. 18x squared minus 18x squared cancels out. 0x minus negative 72, that's going to be addition. So 0 minus negative is going to give you a positive 72x. I already subtracted. Next step, bring the next term down because I need to have 2 terms on the bottom. Okay? And now I start over again. 72x divided by x. 72. Multiply back. 72 times the first term, 72 times x is 72x, and I'm going to put it underneath. 72, oops. And that's going to give you, and this thing is going too crazy, 72x. And then I'm going to have 72 times negative 4. That's 70, that's 280, that's 288, I'm pretty sure. So it's going to give me a negative 278. So let me scroll down. My computer lets me. Negative 2. You gotta be kidding me. Alright, let's see if it's going to let me do this or not. 288. Remember, line, parenthesis, minus. Always keep that, always do it. Now 72 minus 72, 0. Cancel out. Negative 16 minus negative. Again, minus negative is going to give me a positive. So negative 16 plus 288, that's going to give me positive 272. Now, let's check if there's anything else that I can bring down. No, there's nothing in here. So there's no more terms that I can bring down. And how many terms I need? I need to have 2 terms the same as the divisor. So I don't have the 2 terms. Okay, I only have 1. Besides, if I'm going to divide the 272 by the first term, which is your x, oh my God, there's no x's on the top. So I'm not able to do it. So always, in order for you to keep going, in here, on your remainder, or the bottom, on your remainder right now, it has to be, the x has to be the same exponent or greater than my divisor. So in my divisor right now, you have an x there. My God, this thing is going crazy. Okay. If my divisor has an x, in order for me to divide, the bottom has to have an x or higher, x squared, x cubed, or something. If there's no x, that means this number is your remainder. So this is your remainder. That's your remainder. Okay? So how can I write this down? Let me write the answer. Let me erase a couple things here. I don't need that. So my answer, this is the way you should be always. So my original problem was 2x cubed. So I'm going to write this is the way you should be writing the answers. 2x cubed. 2x cubed plus 10x. This is my original problem. Minus 16. E over, which is division. I'm doing that divided. X minus 4 is equal to my answer. So I'm going to fit right there. So I need to erase. Hold on. So I just move everything to a little bit to the side. So again, 2x cubed plus 10x minus 16, which is on the top, divided by x minus 4 is equal to, let's take my answer from here. Let's get my answer from there, and then we do the remainder. So that's going to be equals to 2x squared plus 18x plus 72 plus your remainder. I'm sorry, because of the space. The remainder was 272. So the way you write your remainder is the following. So you're going to put the 272. I'm going to write it here on the top. I'm sorry. And I will write this on the bottom. 272 over whatever's dividing by. Over whatever you're dividing by. So in that case, it's going to be over x minus 4. So over x minus 4. Okay? I'm going to write the whole answer again on the bottom, so it's clear. It's better way, right? All done. So this is my answer now. Again, 2x cubed plus 10x minus 16 over x minus 4. And then you got 2x squared, which was your answer, plus 18x plus 72. And then the way you write your remainder is plus whatever is on the bottom. Look, 272 right here over whatever you're dividing by. Whatever you're dividing by, which is x minus 4, and that's your remainder. So this is the proper way how to write the full answer. Okay? All right, guys, I hope this helps. Take care.